So, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Good morning to our fellow classmates and Dr. Hanita. Today we're from Group 3 and we're going to present the differences between pronunciation and enunciation. So, let's start.
So, what is pronunciation? Pronunciation is the way in which a word or letter is said or said correctly, or in the way which a language is spoken. It is the act or result of producing the sound of speech, including articulation, stress, and intonation. Next slide. There are few important aspects of pronunciation. The first one is word stress, where we emphasize on certain syllables in a word. The next one is sentence stress, where we emphasize on certain words in a sentence. Linking, where we join certain words together. And intonation, which is the rise and fall of our voice as we speak.
So guys, it's not unusual for words in the English language to have more than one pronunciations, even though there is no difference in the spelling. Some words are spelled differently, yet they are pronounced the same way. For example, you can pronounce the word read in two different ways. One of the pronunciations of read sounds the same as read. So let's look at the examples below. I am planning to read this book. So we use the long E sound. And when do we use this sound? We can use during present tense and future tense. What about past tense? So for past tense, the word read will be pronounced as read. She read the novel last week. We use the soft E sound. So next slide.
Now let's look at enunciation. What is actually enunciation? Enunciation is an act of pronunciation and one of the key elements in speaking. It was derived from Latin word enunciat, meaning speaking clearly. What are the elements in enunciation in order to make sure we clear ourselves in speaking? The first one is saying words and syllables properly. Second one is opening one's mouth and moving jaw appropriately as opposed to mumbling. And the last one, very important, to monitor the speed of speaking.
So here are examples of enunciation. So the first one is middle T sounds. So instead of pronouncing a T, so people pronounce D. So like they pronounce feather instead of fatter. They pronounce water instead of water, and better instead of better. So the second example is the omission of sounds. So sound omission seems to occur in certain last sounds of words when people say pretty fast, especially when there are other words falling behind. So like in and him. So some people say look at him, but some people say look at him. And some people say like ain't instead of isn't. So like she isn't shy, they say she ain't shy. And the next one is member and remember. So some people say I remember that, but they say I remember that. So they omit re. And the next example is the dropping G sound. So like some people say walk in instead of walking, and same goes coming and thinking. So next slide, please. So there are also some informal contractions like wanna, gotta, shoulda, and lemme. So there is also one fun fact that so there are three word pairs, as you can see. They spell differently, but they pronounce the same. So like title, title, greater, greater, beater, and beater.
So pronunciation versus enunciation, both are important. Correct pronunciation with poor enunciation. We could pronounce a word correctly but fail to enunciate properly. For example, we could make the sounds associated with a word correctly as in pronunciation, yet mumble as we are speaking or use a rate of speech that is so fast that the words run together. And then for proper enunciation with mispronunciation, we could enunciate properly yet mispronounce some word. Like we could speak clearly and distinctly yet use the wrong syllable, emphasize, or letter sounds for the words that you are saying. So I think that's it for us from Group 3. Say bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.